Diane? I'm listening to a podcast, Black Lodge Trivia Night. I've never heard so many game aspirations in my life.
Yeah, I need to escape. Let me play around in a dystopian future and then drive to Minneapolis tomorrow.
Oh, man. So with that, welcome back to Black Lodge Trivia Night. I'm Art, and I'm here tonight with Matt. Matt, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing, yeah, as good as we can, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, and
how you doing?
I'm doing okay, and I just want to say, on the record, I'm coming in, orbital re-entry hot, so
yeah,
this should be...
I just looked at my hair, which was going all over the place, too, so yeah. It's...
So there's a lot going on. My cat eye's not on, so I'm just makeup free. So you're going to have to deal with it. But before you have to deal with it, Matt, should we take care of a little business?
We should.
All right. So tonight's trivia, I had one thing ready to go.
Okay.
But then it's a little bit of a downer. Today we learned of the passing of actor James Vanderbeek from Dawson's Creek. Mm-hmm. So very sad, way too young. Leaves behind, score of children. It's a really tragic story. And so I thought, let's see if there's anything we can do with Dawson's Creek. And I found something. So
okay.
It's sort of going to be a tough question, but I'll just ask it. Dawson's Creek and the cast of Twin Peaks have a little overlap. Do you want to take a guess how many actors from Twin Peaks made appearances in Dawson's Creek?
In Dawson's Creek?
Yeah.
That would be 4 of them.
Interesting. That is the correct answer. I did not think you would get it exactly. Was that something you were just guessing?
I don't want to wait. Big Dawson's Creek. No.
Nice.
That was completely pulled out of my ass.
Okay.
My wife did rewatch Dawson's Creek a few years ago. And I was like, I'll do it. Because when I played World of Warcraft, I had a Dawson's Creek guild. And everyone had to be a character from Dawson's Creek. And it was short-lived, but it was a lot of fun. And so she fired up Dawson's Creek and she goes to watch it. Well, they don't have the rights to the song on Hulu anymore.
Oh.
And so it plays with a different song. And I was like, I can't take this. I won't be able to watch this show because it will never sit right with me because of years. That was my prime TV watching time. When Dawson's Creek was on WB and I see those WB ads for Friday nights and it was, I was going to say Felicity. Was it Felicity with the curly hair? I didn't watch it, but my sisters did. My sister. But yeah. So anyways, there's 4 was a lucky guess, but I was trying to think sure.
Okay. So as a follow-up question, do you want to guess any of the actors that appeared in both shows?
I'm going to say Bobby did, just statistically, maybe Bobby. Okay. Let's go wild card with Norma.
Okay.
And let's go Laura Palmer.
Okay.
And I don't think Coop would have. I think he would have been too big time. David Duchovny.
Interesting guesses. So
did I get any of them?
Yes. Bobby Briggs. Oh. He made an appearance.
That's kind of the obvious one. I think he tends to,
Yeah. And Maid Shanamick, Shelley Johnson. She played a high school teacher.
That was going to be a guess before I went with David Duchovny.
Okay. Audrey Horn, Sherilyn Fenn. She played Pacey's boss at one point.
Yeah.
And finally, in a single episode guest appearance, Ray Wise, a.k.a. Leland Palmer.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go. That's tonight's trivia. And I'm just going to call it now. The session tonight's going to be canceled because we need to unpack that Dawson's Creek World of Warcraft guild. You can't just drop that and walk away like that's a totally normal thing.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. It was right when Burning Crusades came out, so it was all blood elves, and I don't know if you remember this, but there were things called twinks, and twinks were basically purposely capped at a level for battlegrounds, and we were level 19 twink guild, all blood elves with Dawson Creek characters.
Very nice.
And those were the days where like you had to round up 10 people to sign your guild charter to get your guild formed. And it was just trying to pay people to get your guild formed. And it's like, no one wanted to join Dawson's Creek. I don't get it, but we did form it. And it was awesome. So there you go. That's the story.
There you go. That's tonight's quiz. So, all right. Well, now get into the session. It's been a little while for us. And just a quick recap, the general story is you're investigating the murder of one of your own, a Series 9 replicant police officer who is charged as part of the Blade Runner unit to hunt down other, usually Series 8 replicants. Was it Fenna is yours, but the I'm trying to remember the actors' names. Again, sorry, I'm coming in very hot.
The actor's name?
Not the actors. Here we go. The situation.
What?
I'm just trying to. Sandor was shot dead in the nightclub. You've learned that his partner Leah is responsible for the killing. And in the last session, you had tailed the owner of the sort of butterfly shop, and he led you to like a safe house. And when you burst in the door, Leah jumped out a window and had the most bullshit roll ever in a chase sequence.
Yeah, when I opened the door, I got kicked in the nuts by the dice.
Exactly. And then, so she got away into the crowd, and then you start having, the uniforms wrap up at the at the safe house scene, and you got into your spinner, and I don't know if you were gonna go do something specifically or if you were calling it a night, but then you got rammed in midair.
I was pushing it through.
You were pushing it through, but
I was pushing it through, but I honestly, it was somewhere.
I couldn't remember where you were going. Probably not important since you didn't get there.
Well, I feel like it was important because I feel like it was like the one place I thought she might go. But of course I don't remember.
Yeah.
And maybe that means I'm a replicant.
So then as you were going there, your spinner was collided with by another vehicle. You had a little back and forth, a little shootout, and you blew him out of the sky.
Yeah.
And that's where we left off.
Their shit up. And how drastic. So I see the last thing that I did was I fired a 50 caliber autocannon at them. And I believe it was point blank.
Yes.
And so what was the fallout of that decision?
So, so the car was destroyed, the spinner was destroyed, and it went down, and I had it sort of crash and, streak like a flame, like a World War II fighter crashing into like an open area on the ground.
Okay. So I guess we'll respond, I think I called it in while we were there, but I'll make sure Finna's on the horn, and I'm going to set the spinner down next to the crash.
Okay. Yeah, so, you get down and you sort of see the waves of the heat coming off the car. It's basically mostly engulfed in flame. But sort of as the car crashed and rolled, you see that one of the people inside the vehicle was ejected and is sort of laying on the ground, maybe like 20 yards away.
Okay, I'll run over to them.
Okay. Definitely deceased.
Oh, okay.
But when you go through his pockets, you see that
I start petting him down and stuff.
He's got ID for the Wallace Corporation.
The Wallace Corporation?
Yeah, the security detail.
Interesting.
And the other person, you see the form is sort of still like in the car. They didn't get ejected, and they're part of the car that's in flames.
Is there any way to tell if this guy that I'm looking over, is there any way to physically confirm if they're a replicant or not?
Yeah, let's say there's tests or they have some chip or a number or something, or at least Fenna would know what to look for. And and she's like, no, this guy's a human security detail from the Wallace Corp.
Okay, I'll grab any kind of before the car's like a total blaze, like any identifying plates or tags or anything before it charges away. Well, fuck, Finna. This just got a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
Something tells me Wallace Corporation doesn't want us finding out what happened with Leah.
Yeah, and so, like, say, like, you know, you took some pictures, you got the plates, you know, and you're sort of leaning on the door of your spinner having this conversation, and all of a sudden, like, in the background, the thing just erupts and fireballs, and you sort of jump a little bit.
I'm going to put the dead guy's ID badge and stuff in an evidence bag, but I'm going to keep it with me.
Okay. All right.
Did I get the number of the rep from Wallace Corp that we talked to?
You, yes.
Did I get like a contact information for her?
Yeah, you spoke to somebody pretty high up there, and I can recall you spoke to Quell.
I'm gonna pull up her like contact information on my Palm Pilot, and I'm gonna give her a call. I don't care what time it is.
Okay. So just to show you Quell.
Oh, I know where we were headed. But we'll get there.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, it's not the most important thing. I need to write that down.
Here, I got a pen for you.
Thank you. Patrick's usually the one to get that far.
Yeah.
So does she answer? I mean, because I'm assuming it's very late or like...
Yeah, I sort of had this as like the fourth shift of the day. So it's going to be like the midnight to 6 a.m. kind of. And in my mind, you get the thank you for contacting Wallace Corporation. +1 if you need to speak to HR.
Yeah, call her again. Sorry. It's not her. I didn't get her personal number.
No. She gave you a card, but it's not like, this is my cell. You can call me, it's just like a number that takes you to a switchboard that's going to get in your way.
All right, put me through to like an operator.
Okay, it's like, good evening. This is the Wallace Corporation switchboard. How may I help you?
I need to talk to Quell immediately. Am I a detective?
Yeah.
This is Detective Salmon, and no fucking around. This is urgent.
She's like, very well. Let me see if I can page her and get her on the line.
Let me reiterate. This is urgent.
Thank you for your patience. And then
hold for the next hour.
I don't want to wait for this life to be... No. So you wait a minute or two, and then... Yes, thank you for holding. I am unable to reach Quell at the moment.
No. You didn't understand me. I want you to call her personal number, tell her this is about her little Nexus 8, Leah,
She's
Leah's
a 9.
Nexus 9.
Yeah.
Nexus 9 Leah, and tell her it's about, and I'll open up the ID badge. Did he have a name?
Yeah, let's call him, I don't know. I was about to say Sandor, but that's the name of the guy that was shot dead.
All right, and this is also about her friend Dawson.
All right. Thank you for your patience. Hold one more moment, please. For this life to be over. I don't know the rest of the words. I did watch that show, though. I don't want to say religiously, but it was something I checked out for a while.
Yeah, you're a big WB guy. I sit in college.
I was out of college already, so maybe I was a little
Sorry,
weird.
guys, I can't go out tonight. It's new Dawson's Creek and Felicity. She cut her hair. Can you believe it?
New Doc Ray. Got to stay in for that. No, I remember like his character on the show was like a giant like, I'm gonna make movies, and I was like, oh,
yeah, he's a film guy.
And then he's like, I can't believe how much I love Steven Spielberg. I'm like, I'm out. Indiana Jones, the first one's a fine film.
I like all of them. The originals.
Oh yeah. Actually, I like the fifth one. I thought it was fine. It wasn't Steven Spielberg, but I thought it was
Crystal
fine.
Skull?
No.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I don't think I ever saw the fifth one. I didn't see the fifth one.
It's solid. It's fun.
Okay.
And
right. Anyways.
Anyway. So after another moment, I apologize, officer. I am unable to connect you to Quell May I please?
Gosh. Give me her home address. This is an emergency.
I am not permitted to do that, sir.
Okay, home address or a warrant, and then I'm coming down there.
One moment, please.
What did you think of Steven Spielberg? You ever watch any of those old?
And she's like, ups and downs, man. Ups and downs. Some good stuff, but there's always some bad stuff. Just a lot of fromage.
Can we talk about Tintin and how incredible it was?
Oh, that one I hadn't seen. I had heard that the animated one that he sort of did with Peter Jackson.
Yeah, and they were gonna tag team it. Like one was gonna direct and produce, and then they were gonna flip. But I don't think they ever did the flip.
Okay, yeah, I heard that was.
I actually really like it. It's really good.
That one I should check out. Yeah,
yeah, Finna, you should.
And then Fenna's like, "Hold on, I think they're back on." It's like,
good.
Come with a warrant.
And your name?
My name is Peppa.
Well, Peppa, I will be seeing you, to quote The Prisoner. Not directed by Steven Spielberg.
No. Thank you. Have a good night, officer.
Good night, Peppa. See you soon. All right. Well, we were just assaulted by Wallace Security detail, and I want some questions. So get me a warrant, Finna. And let's go pay a visit to the Wallace Corporation.
Okay. So she gets on the horn and starts making the calls. And strangely, after say like 10 minutes, starting like the process, like, okay, talking to it, like getting a clerk on the phone that's going to wake up a judge kind of stuff. I assume that's how it would work.
Yeah. And
eventually, so all of a sudden, in your spinner, your Kia in the spinner is lighting up, and you see it's Deputy Chief Holden, your boss.
Okay. Does it say anything relevant? I mean, does it say what does it say? Because whether I respond or address it, is it a message or is he calling me?
It's like a video call that he's trying to connect you personally.
I'm gonna put it on, but I'm gonna like pivot the screen so like the corpse in the burning crash is in shot.
In shot, yeah.
Yeah.
Just that Spielberg would like it. So he's like, Salmon, what the hell's going on there? He sees like the fireball in the background, and it's, he's like, what the hell are you guys up to?
I tell you, it was a Nexus gone crazy, but actually, this was human whack jobs. Actually, this was Wallace Corporation.
It's like, wait, what?
Yeah. So go ahead and why don't you get that warrant pushed through, and we're gonna go start kicking in some doors.
He's like, no. That's what I'm telling you. You got to stop talking about this warrant. You're not gonna get it.
Okay, either I go in with a warrant Holden, or I go in with my gun drawn.
He's like, if you're going to do the latter, I need to know where you're going to go so I can put some units there to stop you, because you're not getting that warrant.
Holden, you don't understand. Wallace Corporation just tried to take both of us out.
And he's like, no, I don't think you understand. It's the Wallace Corporation.
How do you not have my fucking back here, Holden?
Because this is what I was told. You're not getting that warrant. It's not me making the call about the warrant. I'm telling you that warrant is not going to happen. I'm giving you a heads up.
Damn it, Holden. Grow a fucking spine. Wallace Corporation has a fucking AWOL replicant out there that no one knows where they're going, almost in our grasp, and all of a sudden Wallace Corporation wants to keep this hush-hush. There's something wrong with these Nexus 9s, man. And why the fuck was she put back into service? So grow a fucking spine and give me a warrant.
And Fenna's like, awkwardly, I'm a Nexus 9.
You're fine, honey.
You're okay. He's like, you're not getting the warrant. I can't be more clear. It's not my call.
Hey, Holden, when you have the fucking warrant, give me a call. Or if you have something useful, I about fucking died. Okay? So fuck you. Give me a warrant, and I'm not... That's when you'll fucking hear from me next. Otherwise, we're doing this my way.
And he hangs up.
Fuck you, Holden. kick my car and stuff.
Fenn is like, man, can you believe that? Like, he's not the first guy I would expect to always have my back, but
come on.
In this case, like,
spineless bastard.
Yeah.
Fucking Wallace Corporation.
So as, this is developing, like other cars, finally other, obviously other law enforcement show up, ambulances, fire departments, they show up, they start putting the car out, start bagging and tagging the two deceased, and and start processing the scene. So with that, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm not going to go to Wallace Corporation quite yet. I'm going to go to the pawn shop.
Okay.
From the picture, I believe is where we were heading next.
Got it.
With the thought that if we go there, we might be able to get some information on the picture.
Right. And just to fill in little gaps, you remember there was Styles. He was the guy that was at the snake pit as part of the fight. Mm-hmm. You have him in a holding cell still. I think you talked to him a little bit, and he was like, "You're never going to find her. Don't even bother." Yeah. And then the Aurelius is the guy who ran the butterfly shop, and you have
and
him,
he's been arrested now too.
Yeah. You have uniforms take him to headquarters as well.
Fuck. Yeah, I probably should talk to them. But also, I don't know if I want to waste the shift. I don't know if I'm going to... Fuck it. I'm worried that Leia's on the run. I really just want to catch up with her to ask her how to pronounce her name. And she's going to go to only places she knows and feels comfortable. And I think... What was the picture of exactly, Art? Do you have the picture again? What is she... I know it's her little girl, but is it in a location?
No, let me see if I can find that picture.
Because that might determine where I go. Like, if I think I can figure out where that place is and go intercept her there, I'm going to try that. If not, then I guess we have Wallace Corporation. We have the memory place, Lilith Memory. Or we have the two people who knew Leia.
Okay, yeah, and hopefully I just shared with you the bedside photo. And if not, I can hopefully share it again.
Try that again, maybe?
They're not coming through?
Well, nope, they both popped up, but then they popped up blank.
Oh, interesting.
So I got the windows.
Oh, I wonder why.
Yeah, that's weird, because I used to see those. Let's see. Maybe try it one more time. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, get the window. And even when I try to pop it out, it's a white screen. Let me just reload real quick.
Okay.
See what happens. If not, you can describe it to me.
All right. What I'll also do is see if this.
I don't want to wait.
If you still have Discord open.
Yep. Okay. So it is a location. Vedica Med. And what did we determine Vedica Med? Was that the name of the pawn shop?
Yeah, so I was saying that had a connection to the pawn shop. Doc Badger, yeah. Where it was printed
that
out.
had connection to Doc Badger. That's not a location that I know of. I want to do a search in my Palm Pilot.
Okay. And
does Vedica Med reveal anything other than Doc Badger?
No, my fear is that it's supposed to, and I'm just screwing it up. But no, just yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, shit. Well, it is a location. All right, let's go check out the pawn shop.
Okay. Yeah, so you get to let's pull that up, I guess.
Ooh, or we could split the party.
You could do that, yeah.
That's fine. Let's go to the pawn shop.
Okay. So yeah,
and on the way there, I pull out my smokes and just kind of decompress and just talk out loud through the whole situation with Finna. So I'm gonna get a point of resolve back.
Okay, cool.
Take off a point of stress. Okay.
All right. So you head to Doc Badger's pawn shop. I don't know if that's an official place I can.
Oh fuck! It is the middle of the night. That's fine. It's a shady pawn shop.
I was about to say, yeah. Even though it's the middle of the night, like they're gonna keep those kinds of hours.
Okay.
And so you are, you sort of go in the front door, and almost immediately you see behind like some security glass. It's basically like everything's behind. You go in the door, and there's actually not much room there. It's just immediately like a security wall, bulletproof glass, and everything's behind it. And you see this gentleman sitting behind. He's sort of got a magazine in his hand. Slow night, just killing time, keeping the lights on. And he's like, "Hey, what can I do you for?"
Man, I've ran around this fucking city. I've jumped out a window. I've been nearly killed. I just need someone to tell me the fucking truth. And I hold my badge up on the partition.
And he's like, all right. It's do this. Why don't you give me? Well, we won't do that yet. He's like, all right. Like, look, there's a certain.
Look, I don't want to make your night rough, man. I'm not here to bust your balls. It's not anything you did. I just need some information, man.
Yeah, no, and I get that. And, I like complying. I really like helping out, fellow citizens. But, yeah, it's just like, if people know that I just talk the moment like a cop walks in the door, like I feel like, I don't know, I feel like that might mess with my reputation a little bit here. I don't want to.
Man, there's no one around. It's the middle of the night. Look, I'll buy something.
Let's see. Give me a manipulation roll. Nice. Okay. So yeah, I imagine you sort of pick up I point to whatever the cheapest thing is, and he's like, yeah, okay. Sorry, and you did not split the party, right?
Correct.
Okay. And is there anything you want Fenna to do while you talk to Doc Badger?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, she can be running searches on Medicamed or image searches for the picture out in the spinner or something.
Got it. Okay, yeah. So yeah, she's doing that, and he's like, okay, so yeah, what does he want to know?
Look, what can you tell me? I think this picture, I've made the assumption this is a memory imprinted. The core memories that we talked about a long time ago imprinted on Leah. And I was like, look, man, someone really scared, someone really dangerous right now. This picture, it's got your tags on it. I understand it was processed here. I just need to know where this is, or if you can tell me anything about this picture or person. Please.
Yeah, and he looks at the photo. He's like, oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I remember that exactly. It was a couple weeks ago. Woman came in, really, really in a dark place. I don't know if she was high, if she was drunk, but she was in a bad place, and you could tell she'd been crying. And she's a replicant, and she wanted me to make a stellene scan, which is above the table. It's sort of like a printout of something that's sort of embedded as a memory in a replicant's mind. And she's like, she had this image, and she wanted a hard copy because she just needed it. That's what she said. She said, I need this, and asked if I could hook her up with one. And
did you say anything about it, please, man?
Yeah, she said it was her daughter.
Say anything about where it was or anything like that?
She said this, this was part of a memory. It wasn't actually a photo that was taken. It's a memory that she had, and it was off world.
Fuck. Okay, Vedicamed. Does that mean anything to you?
She's like, maybe it has something to do like off world. Maybe it's got something to do with, I don't know, something technical with the memory. I don't know, but it didn't mean anything specifically to me.
All right. Anything else you can tell me?
Just the main thing is when she saw this image, she went from like pretty messed up to really messed up. She just broke down, and it was clear that this really affected her.
All right, man. Look, if you think of anything else, here's my card.
Yeah, of course, yeah, no problem. But yeah, I hope you find her. She looked like she needed help.
She didn't say where she was going by any chance, did she?
I mean, this was weeks ago. I don't recall anything like that. No.
Was she alone?
Yeah, she was by herself.
All right, man. Look, if you think of anything, I'm just trying to get answers for this girl. All right.
Sure thing. Yeah, and you sort of hold your card up. Got it. Yeah, I'll reach out.
All right, I walk out. Finna, I tap on the hood of the car. Come on.
All right, and she slides into the passenger seat. She was just on with somebody at LA, the PD headquarters, and she was like, they processed the safe house. They got stuff going back to HQ, and the Aurelian, he's waiting for us if we need him. But yeah, where do you want to go, boss?
What time is it?
Let's say it's got to be like 2 in the morning or so.
So Lilith Memory is not going to be... Lilith Memory is where I want to go next. Look, in a few hours, we're going to head to Lilith Memory once they're up and moving. Why don't we go down to the station, we talk to the Aurelian, we jostle, what's his name, Styles' bones, get him up and at him, see if we can get anything more out of them, let them know that their friend, we're about the only person who can help her right now, I think.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna go back to HQ, and all right, and sort of spend the rest of that shift. The overnight shift, you'll be back at HQ. So yeah, Styles is, just a few hours from sort of being released, because you've got to let him go after a little bit. So in the morning, either if you don't charge him, he's gonna walk. But yeah, he's sort of still sitting in his room.
Oh no, we're charging him for
Okay. And then say like a couple interrogation rooms down the hall, the Aurelian is just sort of sitting there, very calm, patient, quiet, sort of just blankly fixated on something kind of in front of him. And
leave him alone. Let's talk to Styles first.
Okay. So yeah,
Styles. You know what happens when a replicant is found guilty of a crime?
And he gets a little shaky. He's like, no, I know. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so here's what's interesting. You told me I would never find Leah, and see, I did. And unfortunately, your little friends made it a little difficult on me, and she got away from me. But here's what you don't know. I, Styles, am about the only fucking person out there that's going to help her, because you know who's trying to kill me and trying to kill her? Walls Corporation. And so, if they're trying to kill her, when they go and reprocess your memories after you're found guilty of assaulting a police officer, resisting arrest, every charge that I'm about done processing, you don't think you're next, man? After they wipe those little memories of yours and reprogram you, give you a new memory, make you think you're a dog? So here's the deal. I won't process those charges if you tell me where I can find Leah. And don't tell me about the fucking safe house off of Anemoid Row.
Yeah, so Styles, give me a manipulation roll. I want this to be very hard, so let me just see. I know there's advantage and disadvantage, or whatever it's called. You do disadvantage and see if you can give me a manipulation roll. Okay.
I want to push it.
Push that? Okay.
Oh,
I thought you were going to get doubles. 10 there. Okay. So no success on that roll. And so he looks at you, and it's not like, wisecrack, tough talk in the face of, impossible odds. He looks at you, and there's a part of him, there's a conflict that you can tell. Part of him hears what you're saying, and then there's something he's balancing against that, and whatever that is what he chooses. And he just says, sorry, I can't help you. I understand, but I can't help you.
Making the wrong choice, man. I know. You don't understand. You won't even remember Leah. In a day, they're going to process this. It's going to be a no-brainer charge. You're fucking replicant. You don't have rights to a jury trial. By the end of the week, you're not even going to know who Leah is. You're making a stupid fucking mistake, man.
And he nods, and he's like, everything you just said is true. And when no one else is there to help us, we have to help each other no matter what. And then he sort of...
You gotta understand, I'm here to help. I could have put her fucking down while she ran from me.
And he just sort of goes into, like, he just looks down at the table. He has clammed up.
Fuck you, Styles. You're selfish. I'll leave the interrogation room. All right. Do we know if the Aurelian's a replicant yet?
Yes, I believe he is. Yes.
Okay. All right. I'll walk in.
All right.
I'm just gonna sit down and I'm gonna look at him.
Okay.
You know what's sad? After like some time goes by.
Okay.
I'm gonna play the exact same scenario. Do you know what's sad?
He's like, tell me.
You're gonna be charged with some crimes. They're gonna go through. You know how I know they're gonna go through? Because 2 Wallace security fucking bums just tried to murder me after you so helpfully impeded our investigation, assaulted a police officer, obstructed justice. So that's how I know the charges are going to go through. And when Styles' memory's wiped, and your memory's wiped, and Wallace Corporation comes in and they sweep all this under the rug, because I get it. They couldn't have fucking Nexus 9s out there that are fucking faulty, and after 2 memory wipes putting into fucking service are killing other replicants. Yeah, that's going to do to stock prices. So what's going to happen is your memory is going to be wiped. You won't know Leah. You won't remember Leah. Styles won't remember Leah. Everyone associated with this investigation will no longer remember who Leah is. This is quite literally your last and final chance to help her. So you can keep being a tough guy and not answer my questions, fine. But this is it. You want to help her? This is your one moment. You think I couldn't have dropped her in that fucking alley?
And he looks at you and he said, officer, I was helping her until you scared her away, and now I don't know where she's gone.
No, I don't believe that for a second. And I put the picture of the daughter. This is the only thing that's motivating her right now. I'm convinced of it. She's fucking not well. She's a danger to herself. She's a danger to others. And so your little help isn't working. So it's time for me to help her and do the right thing. So whatever you were doing wasn't working.
And so he nods and he sees the picture and he's like, I remember her talking about a daughter. I have no idea what she was referring to, but she definitely talked about that when, you know, she was in some pretty dark places. Like, it would just sort of come out half mumbling, and, you know, she had that photo that you've got on there. Yeah, but I don't know what that means, but she had come to me for help. You know, she was in a bad spot, and I was trying to help her.
What'd she talk about? Where did she say she want to go? Who did she want to see? I need to know where she's heading.
We were hiding her. And we were going to help her get out of the city. But now that she's rabbited, I'm not sure where she would go.
You don't think she would want to go to Lilith Memory? Find something out about her daughter?
And he's like, yeah, I don't know, because I don't understand what she meant about her daughter. I mean, clearly she's a replicant. She didn't have any daughters, so I'm not sure if... I don't know where that would send her or why. But yeah, like, you know, we were hiding her, yes. We were going to try and help her.
Who else was helping hide her? You? Styles?
And, you know, a few other people, you know, the people you met outside, you know, the safe house.
Anyone else? Anyone else she was close with?
No.
Iris?
No, not particularly.
Does Vetica Med mean anything to you?
And he's like, no. Not offhand, no. Should it?
I don't know. You tell me.
He's like, no. And then there's sort of like a, you know how like sometimes in interrogations, like there's a quick knock on the door, and Fenna cracks the door open. And, you know, closes it real quick. And she's like, you know, they process the stuff from the safe house. I don't know if it's worth anything, but they have it ready if we need it.
All right, Aurelian, sit tight.
Okay.
I'm not done with you. Just know that... Just think before whatever memories and thoughts you have are gone forever. Just think. Do the right thing. Do the right thing for Leia. Do the right thing for Sandor. And anyone else who might get hurt. I mean, you need to remember that there's a victim here that everyone seems to be forgetting about. You want to help this replicant. You want to make sure nothing bad happens to her, but we can't forget that she took the life of another replicant. So just think about that. All right, so I'll leave the interrogation room and I'll look at Finna. I was like, all right, what's so important from the safe house that you needed to pull me out of that?
He's like, well, here you go. Let me show you what... so I don't know if this is going to show for you or not, but...
This better be good, Finna.
Let me see if this will... What is it? Let me know if this comes through, and if not, I'll drop it in.
Yep.
Okay. So it's another page from the complete works of William Blake. If you remember, she had the Tiger Burning Bright poem in her apartment. Okay. And this is another William Blake poem. That's one thing. Also in there is a copy of Synth Magazine, which I will now share with you. And you see, like, it's sort of dog-eared, like there's on the cover it says Wallace's Nexus 9 worth the price, and inside the magazine is an article, and it's sort of dog-eared to a story featuring Lilith Tyrell and how she uses traumatic memories to control replicants. And it's sort of like that's what is it worth the price, you know?
Damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah, there's also, let me see, this ad for Off-World, A New Life Awaits You in the Off-World Colonies for the Shimago Dominguez Corp. And then finally, there's a postcard, and it is an old sort of vintage postcard of the Hollywood sign. You know now that the Hollywood sign does not look like that. Half the letters are gone. The rest are in states of total disrepair. But yeah, so those were the items in sort of flagged in from the safe house.
Okay. All right, I'll take these bags or printouts or whatever we have of them, and I'll take them in.
Okay. To the Aurelian or Styles, or just sort of
to the Aurelian?
To the Aurelian. Okay, so you're back with the Aurelian? Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to show the off-world pamphlet, and I'll say, is this where you're heading?
And he sort of nods and is like, yeah, that's where Leah's headed, yes.
And did she have her tickets, passport, any of that stuff?
No, I'm not familiar with how she was going to get off-world, but that was the plan.
Who helped her coordinate that?
And he's like, that, couldn't really say.
Come on, Aurelian. You think that Wallace Corporation won't catch her trying to get off world? She's done if they get her. Done.
And he says, the more I know, the more I say, the more likely it's going to get back to the Wallace Corporation, and I can't jeopardize any more people.
Making a big mistake, Aurelian. Okay, tell me about this, and I'll show him the Hollywood sign.
Give me an insight roll.
Okay.
Okay, you get a success. So much like when you were talking to him originally, and you could tell a lot of his foggy mind stuff was an act, you can tell that, like, there's a little bit of that, his eye twitched when he saw the Hollywood sign. But he's like, that could mean anything. I don't know.
Now, come on. I don't buy that for a second, Aurelian. Look, the fucking act you gave me in the shop, you haven't been truthful with me once tonight. And I don't know how to get through to you. I'm literally the only person in this whole damn planet that can help Leah before Wallace Corporation gets their hands on her. And if you think that Wallace Corporation is going to find out you know this or you knew this person, and they're going to scour your fucking brain for every piece of information to see what went wrong with you nines. So whatever you know, Wallace Corporation, when they're done with you, they're already going to know it. So why don't you tell the one person who's trying to do something about it? So again, tell me about this Hollywood sign.
And he sort of pauses for a minute, and he looks at you, and he said, "What are you going to do if you catch her? What are your intentions with Leah?"
Oh, shit.
Because my intentions were to protect her, and now she's on the run, and I don't know where she is. So what are your...
My intentions are to protect everyone from her. She killed her partner. So how many more replicants need to die? How many more humans need to die? What's our body count up to now? 3 as a result of Leah and you quote unquote helping her? So no, Aurelian, you say you're trying to help her. That was your intention. I'm trying to help everyone, including her. And maybe prevent her from being fucking stuck and prodded by Wallace Corporation, and maybe getting some answers. Maybe holding some people accountable.
Okay.
You see this shit? And I'll flop the magazine down in front of him. And tell me, Lilith Tyrell? Sick fuck? You see how she... Obviously, you've read this. You see how they're controlling you. So yeah. You know what? At the end of the day, your mind gets wiped. Leah's minds get wiped. You get recycled into a toaster. I can't stop that. But maybe someone gets held accountable.
And he takes all that in and he's like, that makes a lot of sense. He's like, but I don't know if I have anything more to say. I don't know where she is.
I don't believe you. You know something about this sign. Tell me about this sign, Aurelian.
And much like Styles, he sort of gets that, like, resolved staring down at the floor, kind of clamming up.
Sad, man. That's sad. I pick up the evidence pieces and I'll leave the interrogation room.
Okay.
I said, I think we're done for the night. They'll process your charges and well, I guess that's it for you.
He's like, I guess so. And he sort of, again with a resolve, he just kind of nods.
All right, I'm going to pop in on Styles.
Okay. He's sort of still...
What?
Yeah.
I'm going to put the Hollywood sign in front of him.
Okay.
Does he react?
Yeah, give me another insight roll. See if you catch anything. So, much like the Aurelian, he does a little twitch. So yeah, he definitely reacts, even though he's trying to keep it subtle and not show his cards.
Okay. So, just like the Aurelian, you know the significance of this. But how do I know the Aurelian's telling me the truth?
And Styles looks at you, and he's like, I don't know what he told you to know if it was the truth or not.
Well, if you're not gonna, I'm wasting my time here. Clearly, I'm trying to help you, but if you're just gonna keep yanking me around, then I'm done. I'm not playing games with you. So, are you gonna talk or not?
And he looks at you. He's like, I just want you to know if the Aurelian said that he was trying to help Leah, please believe me when I say that's what we both want. And no, I'm not going to talk.
Who is helping Leah with tickets off-world? And I'll give as much information as I can to try to indicate that I know.
Yeah, and he and it's again when you mention details like off-world, he decided, again, that little twitch, like something's there, but yeah. He's betraying things with body language, but he won't talk.
All right, Styles. I'm going to walk out of this room. It'll be the last time you see me. And in a couple days' time, you'll have no memory of me. You'll have no memory of Iris. You'll have no memory of the Aurelian. And Leah will be completely forgotten. And probably by that time, Wallace Corporation will have wiped her and all records of her from this planet.
And he nods.
And I'll pick up the Hollywood sign.
Yeah. And he nods and he says, genuinely hope that's not the case. I hope no one ever sees her again.
That's foolish. You know that Wallace Corporation is going to probe your memories and find out every piece of information you know.
And he just sort of nods and clams up again.
So you're fine. So I stop at the door. You're fine with those sick fucks scouring your brain, but you won't tell me anything? That's fucked, Styles. That's fucked.
And he sort of just nods and keeps clammed up.
Man. Good riddance. I'll walk out.
Okay. And yeah, you sort of, like, as you sort of close the door behind him, you can see he's shaken. Like, he kept it together. I mean, you saw through some of it, but he's like, okay, I think I mostly kept it together. I managed to keep my mouth shut, sort of this sort of noble look on his face, but he's truly shaken and he knows what's coming is bad.
Here's what we're going to do. here's what we're gonna do. He's shaken. I told him he won't talk to me again. I'm not quite done with the Aurelian. So what Fenna and I are gonna do is we're gonna pull him out of the interrogation rooms at the same time. The Aurelian is gonna go past him towards the holding cells, and as he goes past him in the holding cells, he's gonna see us uncuffing Styles like we're gonna take him out, like he's free to go. And then I want Aurelian to see that.
Okay. Yeah. So
I'll escort Aurelian, and Fenna will do the whole thing with Styles in the hallway.
Right. And okay, so Styles is in the hallway being uncuffed by Fenna.
Styles is in the hallway.
Yeah.
We pass each other. Aurelian and I are going to the holding cells. Fenna and Styles are going to the exit. And I put Aurelian up against the wall at my end of the hallway while I dig around for my access key or something. Or I hit the buzzer, but the guards know what's up, and so there's a delay. And he can see Fenna smiling with Styles at the end of the hall, and she's uncuffing him.
Okay, so his hands are in front, being uncuffed?
Yeah.
Give me an observation roll.
And she kind of shakes his hand. She shakes his hand, and yeah, okay. I'll give an observation roll. I'll push it.
Okay.
I want to know what's going on.
Nice. Okay, so 2 successes. So Fenna is, working the cuffs and, got a smile on her face. She's trying to sell this bastard's cooperating, blah, blah, blah. You're pushing the Aurelian past and, you're sort of going through the thing, but as you're watching, you're trying to watch his face, you're trying to watch Styles' face, you're trying to, see if it's getting any reaction. And out of the corner of your eye, you see Styles, when his hands are in front of him getting uncuffed, goes like that. And the Aurelian keeps walking. And Fenna, she was probably working the cuffs and probably, he was he was trying to do it not so pantomime, but while he's twisting his hand around to work the cuffs, he's trying to make it look natural, but you notice he taps and then, he does things very deliberately with his hands as part of it.
Oh. Did he just give you the all's good, all clear, don't worry gesture?
The Aurelian doesn't say a word.
You know what? You want to know what we told him? You want to know? And this is fucked up. We told him that he could keep his memories of Iris if he cooperated. And it's probably so yeah, things are in all clear from him. But be careful who you trust these days, Aurelian.
I'm going to give you a Benny for that. That's a nice callback. Inspiration point, whatever, luck point, everything. I don't know. I can't remember this game. I don't think this game has things like that. I know they have resources,
no, I don't think
but
so.
Yeah, not that. Okay. So yeah, but the Aurelian, he doesn't talk.
So yeah, he'll remember Iris. But Wallace Corporation is gonna probably wipe Iris's memory. So a lot of good that'll do them. All right, Aurelian. Well, this will be the last time you see me. I'd say I'd see you around, and maybe I will, but
And he sort of solemnly nods, and he's like, I do wish you well, officer, and if you manage to find her, please keep her safe, but I'm hoping you don't find her.
All right, Aurelian. Hey, what's your core memory, by the way?
And he's like playing the piano. My grandfather playing the piano.
You know, I love music. I frequent this dive bar, and it's the best little jazz trio. And if I didn't, you know, I go there at night, and they play old jazz stuff before machines and computers. I love it. And I can't imagine a world where I didn't have that music, where I didn't remember that music. It'd be a real shame to not have music in your life, wouldn't it, Aurelian?
And yeah, he sort of nods and, you know, gets a little, I don't know if they would get teary-eyed, but he's like, you have no idea how precious a memory is. Yours can never be taken from you. By force, by, you know, to make you better. You don't value that part of your soul.
You're right. Maybe I take it for granted that tomorrow I'll wake up, Dave Brubeck will play in my head. I'll remember that tune. I'll remember my grandpa playing the trumpet, playing the piano, teaching me music. So you're right. Maybe I don't cherish those memories in the way that, with fear of losing them or having them taken away from me. But even if that's the case, I do take comfort and joy knowing that tomorrow I will wake up and have that memory until my body gets so old that it is taken away from me. But I have time. And Aurelian, I'm sorry, but you don't. And I'll pass them off to a couple guards.
All right, so yeah, the uniform sort of like not rough, grab him each by like an elbow and start walking him down the hall. And yeah, you stand there and he goes through the double doors and they sort of slowly come to a stop, and the lights still flicker, a little bit of water is still leaking from a ceiling, and we'll fade to black there.
Man, I was really hoping pushing these guys would get me some information.
Yeah, so at some point, like, I hope we have the opportunity to, like, after action report this. For a number of different levels, but yeah, anyway. Yeah, because I figured you were probably going to be onto, even if it's not immediate, you were going to start working toward whatever the next shift was going to be. Yeah. And where do you think I
think my next shift will be Lilith, by the way. I think it's got to be Lilith Memory Labs.
Okay, yeah, just to get an idea of where that's going. All right, that makes sense. Yeah, I hope this was an okay place to stop.
No, it's good, because I think I was done with both. I mean, maybe a small interaction with Styles, but I get the feeling if he's not going to say anything at this point, I thought about maybe, like, slipping him the hand gesture. Oh, man, what is going on? The stress of the drama, the mystery. It's.
I was curious. What you did with the interrogation, like walking one path, like there. Yeah. Did you like from cop shows, or is it just in like?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's got to be. I wish I remembered like which one, but I'm sure I saw that in a fucking cop show. But of course, I don't remember.
Have you watched The Wire?
No, I've never. It's like a great shame of mine.
Okay.
I've never watched The Wire.
Because there's a very famous scene of basically that in The Wire, and that's why I was kind of curious if you were pulling from it.
No, and I mean, I'm not opposed to pulling by any means.
Right.
Like, I think that's can be great inspiration in RPGs, and obviously more creative people have come up with these great moments. I'm sure I got it from somewhere. I just don't know where. Probably like a comical one in like Brooklyn Nine-Nine or something.
Oh, I could see that. Yeah. I will, on the record, I was bashing Steven Spielberg earlier. The Wire might just be my favorite show of all time. So just so.
Is that a Spielberg joint?
No, but just so people know, like I have some pretty bad taste, but every once in a while I have some, what I think is pretty okay taste. And I think
wait, say that again.
I don't love Spielberg, and a lot of people do. So I think a lot of people would say,
no. The thing you said about The Wire.
I think me loving that show is most people are like, yeah, okay, that's like.
No. Say what you said about The Wire.
What did I say? I honestly don't recall.
Did you say that it was your favorite show?
Yes. Oh God, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's up there. There's a couple Twin Peaks. Not to get too meta, but Twin Peaks is really, really good, and when it's high, it is high.
Yes, yep. I know where you're going with this, and I completely agree. And a lot of Twin Peaks is the nostalgia and the quirkiness of it. And when it is good, it is so artistically and dramatically and mysteriously good. But when it's bad,
it's off the cliff bad. And not that The Wire is perfect start to finish, but I give it a wider berth because I feel like what it's going after is genuinely important. Talking about society's ills, the war on drugs, poverty, it's getting at topics and themes that are capital I, in my mind, important. So, it's a little hit and miss. Not every performance is the best, but it tells the story of, I guess it's probably still relevant. Like, our war, America, a lot of people compare it to like a Charles Dickens novel that sort of.
Oh yeah. Sure. Yeah. Like Dickens is very, yeah. Like his view of English society at the time.
Yeah. And it's just a deep dive into like, urban America through the lens of Baltimore through this little slice. I can't recommend it enough personally.
So since we have a couple minutes, it's the end of the show. If you don't mind, if you have the time,
of course.
So you're a big Andor fan.
Yes. Oh yes.
And a big Rogue One fan.
Yes.
So I rewatched Rogue One. It's fantastic. But I'm regretting that I just did it because I think it's getting a theatrical release.
Oh, is it coming back?
I think they're doing something special for Rogue One. And it's like, well, damn it. I just rewatched it and I don't know if I want to go pay to. Well, I think it's getting. So then I started watching Andor and it's really good.
Oh yeah.
I think there's something new.
Andor is also one of my all-time favorite shows because again, even though it's Star Wars, I think it tackles things that are capital I important.
I'm still early on in it. I have pivoted and where I was going with this. Have you started Wonder Man yet?
No, I've heard it's really good, but no, I haven't seen.
It is. So I had zero interest in it, but there's a podcast I listen to that's primarily comic books, and they talk about the movies and stuff. Most of the time when people talk about comic book movies, I kind of like, I don't need to hear a review for it. I know what I'm getting.
Right.
But basically one of the hosts asked the other host, he goes, I'm going to start with what I think is your ranking of all the Marvel films, and you say stop. And they got through Avengers and Endgame, and then he goes, Avengers Endgame, Thor Ragnarok, and he goes, stop. It's better than Thor Ragnarok. So he was saying of all the Marvel stuff that Wonder Man was third best. Now, I'm enjoying it. I don't know, like that first season of Jessica Jones and Luke Cage and like Daredevil.
Right.
I love those. Where it went with like Defenders is hot garbage. But it is very good, and it's got the actor who played I was gonna say Mandalorian, but that's not right.
No,
the bad guy in Iron Man 2. You remember he's an actor who was just pretending to be the terrorist?
Yeah. He was Iron Man 3, The Mandalorian.
Oh, not Mandalorian.
No, not Mandalorian. It's like the Manchurian or something like that.
Manchurian.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or
something
like that. And I thought my understanding
is
his
character is back.
Yeah.
And it's fucking amazing. And they're both like struggling actors. I love it. It's so good. I don't know if I buy the top 3, but like I do think their opinions are pretty good. So I do recommend it.
I'll have to check it out. I always heard that whatever Ben Kingsley's character was, the Manchurian or whatever, people at the time were disappointed because I guess he's like something very specific in the comic books. And in Iron Man 3, they sort of make you think that's what they're doing, and then they flip it. Which I thought was actually really fun because I'm not attached to the comic books, but I could see how diehard fans would be annoyed that they, flipped it on its head into something I thought was much more interesting.
It was a bold take. I was the Mandarin.
The Mandarin, yeah. That's yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. So I think I'll be curious what they do I don't watch trailers anymore.
Okay.
So like I don't watch the Wonder Man trailer beforehand. So anyways, just a quick little detour. I am enjoying Andor. I know you're a huge fan of it.
Yeah.
And so it's like, all right, I'm gonna watch Rogue One and then I'm gonna watch Andor. This is really stupid of me. I thought Andor was Indoor, and I thought it took place on Indoor, and I started it up, and I'm just like, oh shit, this is about Cassian. Like, I had very different expectations for that show. I really thought it was a show about Indoor
and all the Ewok shit. This is gonna be this is Art's favorite. Really?
Well, that's like I was like, wait, am I? Because then I was like, am I like misremembering my planets? Like, what's the one that gets blown up? Is this like? And then no, I fired it up. It's like, oh shit, this is about Cassian.
Yeah. And so I don't know if I've ever talked about this. One thing that is part of my fantasy rotation is running a Star Wars adventure. And it would tie into a subplot of Andor season 1.
Okay.
So it's how many episodes have you watched? Because it's basically like every block of 3 is sort of like its own little story. That
I think,
at least in season 1,
I'm in season 1 for sure. I'm either only through 2 or 3 episodes. Did I watch the third one? I think I maybe got through 3. I'm trying to like remember what the like cliffhangers are.
Okay.
But anyways, so I'm still pretty early.
Okay. Yeah. Cause the thing I would run if I managed to pull it off without being an idiot, would connect to the block of 4 through 6.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely not there yet. Either I'm still in the 1 through 3 or I ended the 1 through 3. I think maybe in the last episode, like the tribe of kids.
Yep.
The leader got taken out.
Okay.
And I don't know if that's the end of 2 or the end of 3.
Okay. But it is definitely still that first storyline. Yeah.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah.
My God. Yeah. There are things in Andor like, that make you realize, you can tell a good story in any setting. You just have to have something to say, and Andor has something to say.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. Especially when it gets deep into season 2 and they start tying it into, the Senate shutting down this, and, Mon Mothma gives her speech. There's some, it's almost eerie. It's like, they're talking about now. I mean, in real life, like, but oh my goodness. Like, or like, there's a speech in the final episode of the first season that just blows me. It's,
shit. Okay. Well, I'll definitely keep going. Again, it was interrupted by
Wonder Man.
What
is I mean, I know he's like a struggling actor, but is he like a superhero, or is he just a guy like Batman who kicks some ass?
Yeah, you find out pretty early on that he's got some superpowers. I've never read a Wonder Man comic or anything like that. But I that is what his role, like he's an actor in the comics and stuff. But he does have superpowers, and you find that out pretty good. But it's just like, man, the acting is fucking great in that show.
Yeah, well,
and like Ben Kingsley obviously is already good, but then
Man, I feel
it's good. Plus we're getting a new Daredevil, and
right.
like I love those shows, and I did see a tiny bit of that trailer with who's coming back from that. I was like, oh fuck yes.
Because the actor, now I'm going to feel terrible. Yahya Abdul Mateen. I'm sure I'm butchering that, and I apologize. He's a great actor. I really like him. So the fact that he's the lead in Wonder Man,
I don't know if
he was in.
I didn't see Us.
I didn't see Us, but he was in HBO's Watchmen, which was really good.
Oh, see, I never watched it. Oh shit, he was in Black Witch, Striking Vipers.
He was in. Yeah, Watchmen. I think I remember. He was.
Oh shit! He was in the fighting game Anthony Mackie, Black Mirror.
Oh really?
Where they basically like have an affair with each other in the fighting game. it's a great,
nice.
It's a wild.
Yeah. What else? Trial of Chicago 7. I thought he was solid as a bad guy in Aquaman. Like he was good in Ambulance, which is like a Michael Bay action movie, but it was better than it ought to be, and part of it was the two leads, Jake Gyllenhaal and him. I've always really liked him, so it was getting me to want to watch Wonder Man. But I tend to bounce off superhero stuff.
Oh, he's Black Manta, huh? That's cool.
Yeah,
I didn't see the Aquaman shit.
It wasn't great, but again, he was always good. No matter what. Like Michael Bay movies shouldn't be amazing, but like he and Jake Gyllenhaal they did a good job and made it really watchable, especially him. He does the heavier lifting, I think. So anyway,
let's check that out. He was in Handmaid's Tale, but I quit watching that show because Elizabeth Moss is like crazy Scientology.
I think I'd read that. Yeah, I don't.
Which is the same because I think I think it's like hardcore.
Okay. Another, if you want another one of my terrible takes, I don't like Mad Men.
I dropped off of it.
Yeah.
I wanted to like the idea of Mad Men. My wife kept going with it. I think it was wonderfully acted.
Yes.
I also think there were some things that were like historically implausible.
Mm-hmm.
Just like and I'm not that they were right, but like just how women advance in that show. And like, it's just like, that's not what I had a problem with the show. It's just like Joan's character. I just don't know if that would have worked really. Like, and maybe it would have. But I just lost interest. And Don Draper is just not a good human. and I don't think he's supposed to be. But
no.
Yeah.
No. Well, anyway. Well,
there you go.
That was our TV minute. Real quick, speaking of like out of work actors, blah blah. Have you ever seen on HBO Barry?
No.
Also worth a look. Bill Hader plays a hitman who ends up having to go to an acting class in LA. And I was like, Bill Hader, Saturday Night Live. He is a really good actor and shockingly an amazing director. The episodes he does of Barry are stunning when he directs.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. I might have to check that out.
Anyway. Should we wrap it up?
We have Planet Comic-Con coming up.
Oh yeah?
And the same weekend as C2E2. And which is like, I was like, oh man, it's really going to suck this year. But they have put together Elijah Wood's coming. Sean Astin's coming.
Oh.
Weirdly, the lead singer and drummer of Iron Maiden are coming.
Okay.
Jason Isaacs is coming.
Oh.
Jared Padalecki. There is a very like good lineup, and that's not including like and then William Shatner's coming.
Nice.
Like, which I don't have a lot of attachment to, but
right.
So my wife and I talking when it was first announced, she's like, I don't know. Like last year, she was really excited to see the guys from Scream.
Oh yeah.
Whatever their fucking names are. Anyways, doesn't matter. But this year she's like, I don't know. But then Sean Astin got announced today, and she's like, I kind of want to go see Sean Astin. But,
yeah.
We kind of have a crazy lineup that I thought was going to be dog shit when C2E2 when they picked the same weekend as C2E2. But I think like the comic lineup is I don't know, like just super impressive. And then I think Elijah Wood and Sean Astin is just bonkers.
Well, I'm curious. They're, I think, in the throes of filming the next Lord of the Rings movie, The Hunt for Gollum.
What? Oh, I saw something about that.
So I'm wondering if that's starting to get the machine up and running because it's been a little while.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like they don't need that though.
No, they don't really.
So,
oh man.
Like,
well, anyway.
Anyways, yeah, that's a whole nother. Sorry for the. Oh, Famke Janssen's coming.
Nice.
It's a like big ass lineup.
Nice. You know what might?
Richard,
sorry. Go ahead.
No.
I was gonna say, you know what might help get Twin Peaks back up into the ranks of my favorites would be a rewatch.
You know, what's funny is I was like, man, I think I'm gonna watch. I did not watch Twin Peaks when I said I was going to, because I was like, I've dropped so many subscription services. I was like, oh, I got to go get the Blu-rays, but then I had to do something on the computer real quick. I was like, oh, let me just turn on Wonder Man while I work on this thing, because then I don't have to go get the Blu-rays out.
Yeah.
And then I got sucked into Wonder Man. I was like, oh fuck yeah. And then Twin Peaks got put on the back burner.
So tenuous. So. Yeah, because I was going to say for the listeners on our Discord, which we will, plug in a second, Matt very, very forcefully teased like, oh, the rewatch, I'm doing it, baby. And so now we know the results of that little bit of like.
I still want to. I still really want to.
All right. Well, with that,
all right.
Thank you, everyone who's checked this out. We really appreciate that you stick with us. If you're watching this, you found our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe if this is your thing. If you prefer audio versions of our actual plays like this or the discussion podcast that we have, search for Black Lodge Trivia Night wherever you get your audio. We should show up. As I mentioned a second ago, we have a Discord if you want to jump in, talk about RPGs, talk about teasing the watching of Twin Peaks, but then yanking that football away Lucy style. Jump on in, and otherwise, yeah, like we'll, keep going with this hopefully in the near future. There's rumors that Patrick might be on the cusp of returning. So we'll have to see how that goes. And otherwise, we appreciate everybody who checks this out. And thanks again. Take care, Matt. It's good. This was a lot of fun.
Art. This was a great session. I really enjoyed it tonight. It was good stuff. Can't wait to see what the next chapter is.
Absolutely. All right. Take care, everybody. Good night.
Good night.
The in-session music was provided by Tabletop RPG Music and composed by Ian Fisher. You can find the Patreon at www.patreon.com/tabletop RPG music. That's all one word.